Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive to keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 4 seed in this playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. That one bounces through the end zone, so it'll start at the 25. Will have to adjust. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Shotgun run call. They bring it down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to 49.
Chris, Oklahoma has had their run of quarterbacks and receivers in recent years, and we know they can throw the football. But anybody goes back to Barry Switzer and Bud Wilkinson, you know that Oklahoma is all about their ability to have a running game. Beautiful play right there, and I know the Sooner fans are proud of that one.
Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Solid gain in the running play. 3rd down now. To throw, it's Arnold. Caught quickly. That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a 3rd down. Early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
This quarterback's got to be so frustrated. He's got an open receiver. He makes a good throw with a good route from his intended target, but this defensive back makes a heck of a play on the ball and knocks it away.
Let's it fly to the wideout. He pulls it in for a big gain. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Well, there's nothing.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. The Sooners lining up here on 1st and 10. hands it off from the gun.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
The ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma. You come out of your playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm of the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. They'll return it from inside the 2-yard line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Not much on that play. Brought down short. The Trojans looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Second down, we're going to throw it. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Deep shot caught inside the 25. Finally tackled down at the 19, and just like that, the offense is moving to the red zone. And they'll stop him after a short game.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Force out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a first and goal. First and goal now, a chance to get level after allowing the opening touchdown. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep, and he will score. Touchdown, Southern California.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start in this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
Point after, not great through. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Bringing pressure. Got him. He's sacked.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
Drops back. He's going to throw for it on 3rd down. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. That's a nice scramble there. A big gain, but not enough for the 1st down. The Sooners will have to kick it away. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Costly holding penalty there. Backs him up 10 yards. First down here for this offense.
Let's go.
He's going to hand this off. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
Ready up.
Second down after that run on the previous play.
Lasso. Lasso. Gorilla.
Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. The pass is intercepted.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
Sooners offense is back on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. And they get a drive going this time. Makes a quick catch. Breaks loose at the 40. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. And the Sooners looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Back to throw. It's Arnold. Quick throw to his receiver. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. Man, this defensive coordinator may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Makes the grab. It's sharp. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Look to throw it here on second down. Pass caught. Can he get in? Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a first and goal for this offense. The Sooners will line up here on first down and goal.
Here we go.
Defense stuffing the runner. Ball still spotted at the 2-yard line. Second down and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Makes his way in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
Kicking team out for the PAT drive. PAT puts them in front by 7. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Here's the fair catch by the return man. And the USC offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Brought down after a solid run by the senior. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now.
That's a first down for USC's offense. Nice job up front and an outstanding run here by this running back. What?
Lofting it toward the left sideline. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time. Short return tackle made at the 27. First will take one.
Chris, if you're going to make that throw, that's called a 2-ball. That means it's got to be on a line. Here he puts it way up in the air and allows the defender to come over and make a play on the ball. Great job by the defense.
And the first play of the drive now set up at the 27. Obvious false start there, moving too early. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Back to throw. It's Arnold. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
That's an easy completion for the quarterback, finding his receiver just dragging underneath cover.
That completion makes it second and medium. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Receiver left alone, wide open downfield. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The offense clicking after building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board.
It's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. After the block PAT, the special teams coach hoping for better execution here on the kickoff. This one will be fair. And the Trojans offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Looking to throw it deep. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Well, it's an incompletion here, but I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Offense facing a third and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. He's going to move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, you want to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive, and now they have a chance to put points on the board.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. That's reeled in. It's lane. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down. The Trojans hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
How about this ball here by this offensive coordinator? They're down early in this game, third down and long. The last thing they can afford to do is have to punt the ball, but they show you why they love this back. Get his hands on the football, and he picks up the first down. Unbelievable call.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And it's incomplete that time, just out of reach of the receiver.
You know, the outcut is a routine throw, but it really illustrates how much time the quarterback and receiver have worked on this route. Because the more you work on it, you could close your eyes and make this throw. But it's not easy if you don't put a lot of reps in.
Looking for his big tight end. And he's got his man open downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. And the Trojans will have 1st and 10 here. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. And he just throws the ball away there and lives to play another down. That's a smart choice on 1st down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st down and goal. The wide receiver coming in motion now. He'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Showed off his stiff arm, but nowhere to go. He's held to a short game.
Well, I thought he might shake free there. He's able to break 1 tackle, but give credit to the secondary. Good job of coming up and run support.
2nd and goal for the offense.
Fire!
Here's the handoff, tested in the middle. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big 3rd down now for this offense. They're down early in the game with all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
After this long drive, you'd hate to settle for a field goal. Can they find the end zone? Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Looking to the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And he knocks that one right through.
And that one, my gosh, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So they settled for 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime. Kick bounces out of the back to the end zone for a touchback. And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. Interesting position here. How aggressive do they get to try to add to this lead before halftime? With the catch, it's Brown. The Sooners come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
And you gotta love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line with 3rd and 1. Scanning the field, it's Arnold. Short throw to the back, an easy completion. And they wrap them up, and the gain is good enough for a 1st down. Offense cranking up the tempo now, no huddle. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it.
That's a great feeling when your quarterback can make a throw that keeps the drive alive. Not as good as a touchdown, but it's a lot better than having to trot over the sideline waiting for your turn to get another chance.
So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their 1st of the half.
Ready up.
1st down and 10 now.
Come on, set.
And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Catch made on the out route. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Pressure is coming. He's hit as he throws it. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Timeout is called. Talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. This will likely be the last play of the half.
Get set, get set. A-4, A-4.
Linebackers moving around, trying to confuse the offense. Touchdown, Oklahoma. This air attack is still unstoppable. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he'll push forward inside the 10. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. They finally make the stop after a big play, but time runs out on the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Sooners will kick this away to begin the second half. Turn begins inside the 10. Will be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the USC offense back on the field. Test the middle there, but get nothing.
But how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down.
Green 25.
From the gun, he looks for an open man. Throws a bullet to the right. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain.
It's a nice throw and a great catch by this USC wide receiver to pick up a first down. And boy, oh boy, USC quarterbacks and receivers, efficiency and timing and speed and execution. Boy, they are.
And he's going to float this one to the right side. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Boy, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. And throwing again on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Catch made down inside the 10. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a first and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. Offense facing 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Ready.
And he runs it into
fighting and competing. You could tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
Automatic in the PAT. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Oklahoma offense is back on the field. This game has certainly gotten more interesting, so this offense needs to be productive here. Back to pass. It's Arnold. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain. The Sooners hustle to the line and run the hurry up.
But when they're throwing the football like this, it is really hard to defend this offense because of the timing of the quarterback with his wide receiver.
And he lofts it deep over the middle. Caught near the goal line. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine. A playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles and try to slow this guy down.
He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the USC offense is back out on the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. A running play moves the offense, fresh set of downs. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. On third down, he drops to throw, and he floats this pass deep down the right side. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. This group has been clicking. They really built momentum. The defense make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. Defense is coming after him. And that one's picked off. What a play. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
On the ready.
They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
This is why this guy's considered one of the top defensive ends in the entire country. He came in off the edge so quickly there. Look out, because that's exactly what was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. The pocket, nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. And the defense jumps on the football. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? Touchdown, Oklahoma. A fumble return for 6.
Oh, it's your worst nightmare if you're a quarterback. They bring the blitz. He doesn't recognize it. Ball goes on the ground. Defense does a great job of picking this thing up. That's exactly what they hope for. Catch the quarterback off guard. It works out and gets him a touchdown.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. We'll call for the fair catch here. And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Going for a big play downfield. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football, but he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Going the other way, can they stop him? That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And the Sooners offense is back on the field. The last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. The pass rush closing in. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and long. Dropping back, it's Arnold. It's an out route, the catch made.
Just much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how.
He's looking to make a big play downfield. And he is wide open for a huge gain. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. The Sooners will line up on 1st and 10. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Touchdown, Oklahoma. To stretch the lead, the route is on. Just a brilliant game from this quarterback. With a spot in the natty on the line, we need you guys to step up, and this guy has delivered so far today.
You know, it's just everything coming together. The preparation that he put in leading into this game, the offense doing their job of taking care of him, the receivers running good routes. Everything right now is clicking for this offense and this quarterback.
They return from inside the 10-yard line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26.
Look, I realize when any play call is properly executed, they can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down. He got it.
And he's brought down. He does have enough for the first down. Heading left after the handoff. Both carrier brought down. What is the final play of this third quarter? Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play.
Get set, get set, go!
They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, USC.
Well, you can tell that this play caller, the offense coordinator, he's thinking about the future. He wants to see how his quarterback and how this offense wants to compete when this game's out of reach. He's going to be very happy with the result of his work.
And the PAT is good. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And they've got the recovery. The offense goes right back to work now. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course.
Ready,
The offensive coordinator's got to love this starting field position.
set,
Linebacker's trying to confuse this offense now. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Important second down play coming up.
bring it!
No press here. The defense backing away. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Christina, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Try and muscle for the first down. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's getting 4th down and inches. And the Sooners will look to convert here on 4th down.
29 Philly, 2 Notre Dame.
Here we go on 4th down. Brought down to the 27. It's a first down. This offense is really threatening now.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the first down line. Just punch it in and pick up the first down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
Here's a 1st and 10 play.
Flip it! Ready!
Takes the ball and heads to the left side. And that broken tackle will earn him first down yardage.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing it.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long.
Rolling! Alert, alert!
He'll hand it off. And they'll stop him short of the line of game. An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone.
Fire! Squirrel, squirrel!
Handoff from the shotgun. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
Well, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the 4th quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid victory.
They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. The Sooners come up to the line in a hurry-up. Trying for the touchdown, they'll test the left side. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
Receiver in motion now. 3rd and goal. Try to make it on the ground. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the beatdown continues.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about. Whether it's the quarterback, running back, receivers, the offensive line, the entire unit has been dominant.
Here's the point after attempt. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Another pick. Wow, that's the fourth tonight. Going the other way, can they catch him? It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Solid game, moves the ball to a 43. Offense in hurry-up mode. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. Breaks loose at the 45. They finally bring him down, but he makes it inside the 15-yard line. First down in great scoring position. Now it's the